our intrepid adventurers. Looks like this week would be, well, we have Uslog for previous scribe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yes.
that correct? All right. And Garen would be this week. Obviously, he's not here. Estrella, he would be next.
Okay.
Are you okay doing it?
Yeah.
All right. So we have Estrella, scribe, and Uslog. As the previous scribe, could you give us a rundown of the events of last time, please?
Sure. I'm going to start after
Thank
the
you.
battle, even though I did do a play-by-play. But after the tree battle, as we regrouped, the door to the east opened, and a strange fae stepped into the room. He was very upset that we had killed the blights. Not wanting another fight, I introduced us as the Splitlanders and stated we were simply seeking knowledge on stopping this corruption. We did not come here intending harm. He recognized us as outsiders and asked who sent us and why we attacked his guardians. I asked who he was first, considering we had introduced ourselves. Still grumbling about us killing his trees, he begrudgingly introduced himself as Druid Dalris of the Darker Order. Estrella expressed curiosity about his order. Glenn, on the other hand, rolled his eyes and served the Fae a special brand of attitude he reserves only for druids. Somewhere in his tirade, I believe Glenn referred to Garen as a friend, though he didn't seem pleased about it. Over time, I have learned that we don't really get to choose whether we care about people or not, as much as we may resist it and as much as it can hurt. The druid threatened to death curse Glenn for his disrespect, holding out a skull charm. Up until this moment, I was doing my best to handle this ornery fae peacefully, but I felt my rage flare up within me for a moment, and I assured him if he tried, he would die. The druid lowered the charm and requested we keep Glenn in line. Estrella assured him he was normally much more diplomatic. A tense back and forth ensued, and we learned that Dalris was containing and studying the corruption in this cave with his magic. He also knew the blight was from the Shadowfell and told us it is a byproduct of the Shadowlord's crystals. Estrella told him a bit of our actions against the Shadowlord and suggested Dalris share more of his knowledge with us, so we may potentially aid him. But he claimed he, quote unquote, had it fully under control. This prompted some additional valid skepticism from Glenn. Dalris was still suspicious of us and stepped closer to question Estrella about her circle. As he did, we took note that the ground around his feet bubbled with dark energy. He also questioned me as to why he sensed the stench of the Shadowfell around me, and Glenn insulted him right back, informed him of my status as the avatar of the Raven Queen. The druid once again asked who sent us, convinced we could not have known of this place otherwise. We revealed that while we do work for ourselves, it was the archfag Malka who had
Archfag.
sent us here. I mean, yeah, sorry, who
That's fine.
had sent us here to gather a special plan for her in return for her knowledge of the corruption. Sensing the druid's hostility grow, we assured him the hag was simply a means to an end. He warned us the deal we made would likely benefit her more than us, and if she had known how to stop the blight, she would have done it already. Unless we benefited from that, she benefited from that too. Glenn said he believes she knows how to stop the blight, but she likely could not do it herself without risking her own corruption, which is where we come in. Dalris knew which plant she wanted. A special vine, very potent, very corrupted, and not to be entrusted to the hag, according to him. She had apparently tried to get her hands on it before, and he does not want her gaining power from it. He refused to let us have it, insisting we were fools to trust her. But as we told him, the hag was the only lead we had. If he can assure us he can provide us as much information as the hag, I, for one, would be willing to switch alliances. Until then, we have no choice but to bring her that vine. He seemed to consider this, seeing how effective we were in combat. He said he wasn't against an alliance, but if he was to continue his work, there were things he needed. One of which was in the lair of the hag. Of course. Glenn pointed out that Dalris seemed much easier to defeat than an entire coven of hags, if it came down to taking the vine by force. However, I am sure there's more to this druid that meets the eye, and I don't want to see it come to a fight anyway. Delreese, perhaps to prove his point that working with Malka is risky, told Glenn that he had sensed he made his own deal with her already. Glenn admitted he had given her a bit of false information in return for a magic mushroom. The druid informed him that this mushroom was cursed because the hag had known Glenn lied. This worries me. The end.
All right, thank you for that recap. Yeah, that's about where we ended. Let me make sure I give you your story point.
Much appreciated.
All right, there we go. So it is the 26th of summer at 2:35 when we pick up the story. Dalreese kind of has been thinking a bit as he's been talking to you. He says, there may be something you can do for me that doesn't involve the hag, to at least help me a bit. That said, I am very hesitant to provide such an evil being with any type of assistance by giving her the plants I have been cultivating and studying. He says, you wish peace with this hag because you worry she is too strong to fight. Is that correct?
And because we believe she might have the information we need. Unless you can prove you have.
You've
something
said
better.
this. What specifically do you think she has?
Well, that's just the thing. She could just
Well-
be lying.
Yeah, we don't know because just like the hag, you are also speaking in fucking annoying riddle. But the hag is at least tolerable because, you know, she's not
What-
fucking true.
What riddles have I spoken in? I have not been coy. I've answered your questions. What do you want to know that I haven't told you?
Tell us how to fucking stop the blight.
It's as if you think it was that easy. Don't you think we would have done it by now, myself or her? Says we are
I don't know.
trying
Druids
to...
are fucking lazy, so not really.
These looks
We are working to figure out the answer, or at least I am. I don't know what drives the hags and their covens, though my guess would be their own personal power. Look, there is something you might be able to do for me. He says, there's an area below this place, an area where the corruption began, that is too dangerous for even myself to venture to. He says, you seem like the types who can handle yourselves. He says, perhaps you can help me deal with some of the corruption down below. He says, I have it contained, but I think it's dangerous to keep it there. And it's worthless to me because I cannot study it, just because of the danger of getting too close.
How is it that you haven't been corrupted being in this place? Are you... He's a fae, right? Is he a fae?
He seems human, actually, but you're not sure because his
Probably,
body
yeah.
is kind of... It seems like it's been corrupted, like it's all... it seems like it's covered what you thought may have been miasma, but he might just be kind of gray-skinned and just looks more like an undead than a human.
Okay, so then I guess she would ask that, you know, how have you not been corrupted if you're working so closely with this? What's your secret?
He says, well, I have been slightly corrupted by this taint, but I've been able to keep control of it thus far, using it to help me do my research. He says it helps that my circle is one that is very familiar with plague and disease. He says, and necrotic energies in the void could be considered a type of such a thing, though a little bit different in its construction. He says, but I have taken this taint upon myself, and I have controlled the corruption. In a sense, I am corrupted, but it flows through me rather than takes hold and destroys me. He says, I've been able to function and use it to help me.
Slug kind of nods a little bit, like a little part of that sort of resonated with her just a little bit.
Yeah, she's has some experience with that. He says, well, do you think you can help me with my problem? He says, if you are powerful enough to venture below here and survive, well, maybe there's something you can find about the plague down there which would help me in my studies. When I first came here, this place was extremely corrupt, and I was able to do some work to contain the corruption, but as I said, the areas below were beyond my control, so I sealed them.
So your proposal is that we stay here with you and help you figure out how to thwart the plague rather than returning to the hag to work with her.
He says, I'll tell you what, if you can help me thwart the plague below, I will give you the plan she asks for, as it would provide me enough of a help that it is worth losing some of my research.
And what
He
other
says,
information could you provide to us? I mean, to be honest, stopping the corruption is sort of secondary to finding out who is responsible.
He says,
do you know anything
the
about that?
energy is originated from the Shadowfell. I had assumed you knew something of who started this corruption, if you were sent here
Yes,
to
but
quell it.
not where they're operating from or what their ultimate plan is here with the Feywild.
He says, no,
I mean,
don't.
good idea of that.
I don't have any information on that, but perhaps there are clues below. The seed of what started all this, perhaps those energies could provide me information. He says, then I could give to you. I don't guarantee it, but it's a possibility.
I feel like I must, again, play devil's advocate and say, so you want to send us to a place that is too dangerous, even for you to tread, to do something too dangerous for you to do, to get the vine that we were sent here to get. If it's too dangerous for you to go there, again, would it not be easier to just kill you and take it by force?
He says, too dangerous for me, true, but there are different circumstances that I face. He says, due to my proximity to the corruption, I risk being overwhelmed by getting too close to the source. He says, at which point the corruption would fully consume me. He says, you all are uncorrupted. Your power and skill might lend you to be better opponents to whatever's down there. He says, this is the main reason why I didn't try to go deeper. I knew my limits of controlling the corruption, so I sealed it. He says, and perhaps it would be easier to kill me. He says, but you might also lose the chance at learning valuable information about what planted the seed in this place, or why. If you go down there and explore for me, you might find a piece of the puzzle you are looking to complete. The who, as your friend said, and he points to Uslag with a crooked finger.
What?
Kind of looks to Uslag with just like this clearly,
Well, that's what you asked him.
like wanting face to like kill this guy.
she returned the look that's like, no.
Poor
Yeah.
Betha or poor Estrella is standing right next to him with like 3 levels of wound. Like,
Uslug kind of crosses her arm.
you know Estrella is going to be the first to go. Just reaches over and touches her, and she like rots. Alright, but he says, I do. Oh, well, never mind. She just was like, she just realized, she's like, maybe I should back up a little. But he says, I do not wish to be your enemies, even though you've already come in here and killed many of my guardians. You haven't yet destroyed anything that can't be undone. He says, but if you think fighting would be easier, well, do what you must.
That's what I'm
think it
talking
would
about.
be- Glenn, pretend for a second that he's not a druid. Just for a moment.
Wait a minute. Your class.
It's really hard to do.
Seriously, though, I think we do benefit from investigating this. And like you said, we still get the plant. You can still work with the hag, as much as I dislike that idea. I don't know.
Would you allow us time to deliberate and return to you?
He says, if I give you time to rest and recuperate, you may turn on me. So how about this? I shall leave you here to rest as long as you like. He starts walking over this way. He says, the corrupt core is down the stairwell here, past these rocks, and past some wards I have placed. He says, I shall keep in contact with you, but I will not stay here in case you turn hostile. Once you're arrested, let me know, and I can open the way for you. How does that sound?
Slug looks at the other. She knows Glenn's probably not for this, but I think we need time to think about this.
He says, take your time then. But I will say this. You may travel to the areas you've already disturbed to leave if you wish, but if you try to go further into my ruins, I will take that as a sign of hostility, and I will not spare you. You are free to travel from this area back to where you came in, and any of those areas that you've been in should be safe to rest. He says, do not go to any new areas until you've cleared out the corruption below. Are we agreed?
Uslug would agree, but I only speak for myself. So
And just kind of narrows his eyes, and he wants to say something real bad, but it's just like he's got insults and shit he wants to say in his mind that like would shock his party members, and he's just like he keeps himself and keeps it inside. Not gonna say anything.
All right,
I agree
so
to these terms.
he says, good, then we are agreed. And he
Most of
would...
us.
Or sorry, go ahead.
I said most of us.
Estrella says most of us. He says, well, my terms are clear. If you enter into my compound farther, you shall pay with your lives. He kind of gestures as a darkness surrounds him. And he would fade into it, disappearing.
She kind of slumps as soon as he leaves, because, yeah, she's hurting a lot.
Alright, the darkness would soon fade away afterwards. And you would see the door up to the east close.
In a way, we've not made any decision. If we should still decide that we should be violent to this druid, then we can return and show hostility here.
I will say, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. But we needn't we have the option also to return and do this exploration for him if we decide we want to work with him. And that is why I had hoped to get us, time to recover regardless of what we decide to do.
It was a bit foolish for him to give us that gift, Boulder Bottom says. Makes me think he does really want us to clear that corruption down below. Because if we do heal up and come at him at full strength, he will have missed his chance to have an easier time dealing with us.
Remind me what the gift is?
The what?
Remind me
Oh, well,
what gift?
you're asking Boulder Bottom?
Miriam is asking. I don't remember what gift we're talking about.
Oh, well, he was just saying the gift was that he's letting you guys recover, because, like, he could have just
Oh,
attacked
gotcha.
us
Okay.
here.
I was like, what did he give us? I don't remember this.
He says
Gotcha.
tactically it was a poor decision if he wished to defeat us in a fight. His best chance would be to come at us now with our wounds.
And this is why I was content to agree to his terms, because again, it does not remove the choice from us later to stand against him should we decide that that is the best interest. But in truth, we came here seeking ways to fight this corruption, and had we met this druid before the hags, we may have had less hesitation to join him and fulfill his requests than we are now having, merely because we met the hag first and agreed there.
I am sort of with Glenn, though. This guy's really creepy, Boulder Bottom says. And who builds an ethos around corruption and decay? Ugh.
I've heard of these types of druids,
Says
actually.
What?
I've not known one before, but I've heard of this circle of druids and how they, I mean, if you think about it, decay and rot and is part of a cycle of creation and I mean, anyway, it is very creepy, as you said, but
It's also part of nature. Animating 10 rocks and using it to beat his face in.
Boulder Bottom would say, I don't know how much that's part of nature, but probably an effective tactic. I don't know. I mean, druids have always struck me as being all about nature and like growth and life. And I mean, do we really need a death druid?
I mean, I myself am an atypical druid in the sense that I have little connection to the earth, and much more connection to the heavens above.
He says, "Yeah, but you're a crazy old star hag."
Regardless of the circle of druid, all the circle is just a different way to explain why druids just sit around jerking off to nature and doing nothing.
He says, I've been meaning to ask you, Glenn. You're all about those mushrooms and partying. You think druids would be a natural fit for you and be allies of yours? Where does this weird hatred come from?
I don't like people that are all talk. And druids are all talk.
Is there any water in this room?
There's probably some dripping down from above, but none has pooled, at least not in here. There might be some pools back in the other room where you came from.
Can I open my my water flask? And when Glenn was talking about druids just sit around, I'm just gonna use shape water to splash him or something, douse his face with water.
Is there a save for that or anything, or does he just get splashed?
I don't think so.
Nah,
I've never even used this cantrip, to be honest with you. Let me read it.
I don't know if it produces the water. I think you can just shape water that exists. Maybe.
That's why I said I was opening my water flask.
So you're kind of opening up your flask and having it shoot out at him.
Yeah.
I always just it's just like water bending. It was,
Yeah.
He's just waterman.
Alright,
She
so
did- yeah,
she
it
just
looks
kinda
like it's
doused
5
him.
feet, so I'll say you just maybe walk up to him and just like open your flask and it splashes him.
Yep. Something like that.
Boulder was like, oh, well, that druid just did what she said she'd do. Wait, I guess she didn't say it. Ha ha!
It's this
Glenn's all wet.
deadpan expression on his face. And just,
Just like
He
the
says,
size.
I don't know where you get druids are all talk, but I feel like anyone can be all talk. Also,
yes,
that-
but it's all the circles of druids I've run into. They just sit around and they use nature as an excuse to not have to make any tough decisions. The regular druids, you know, your regular land and shepherd and normal druid, the normal druidy druids will use their connection to nature to use it as a reason for inaction to to them nature is everlasting and change is scary. And so they sit and they get old and they dislike change and it creates a stagnation. And to me, stagnation is death. They reject new ideas. They don't like anybody, entering their nature when that's what nature is intended to be, is intended to exist and alongside other creatures. Are we mortals not creatures that should be able to enter their silly sacred groves?
he says.
Well, clearly, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, you can go.
Well, clearly Glenn is bitter over some experience he hasn't told us about. But anyway,
It's pretty obvious
Can we
the
rest?
druid stole his girlfriend or something. Boulder Bottom says. I don't know what all that shit was about not going in a grove. It sounds like he's got something else going on. All right.
Just they use nature as an excuse
feel you.
to be
yes,
afraid
you're
of
right,
pain.
I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say Estrella here is a druid, and she's been nothing but helpful to us.
I don't. Estrella's different. She is not so much a druid as she is like a star hippie.
He says, and you don't think normal druids are all hippies?
They can be, but again, they're not. They're not the like party and have fun and free sex and care to the wind hippies. They're the sort of hippies that just sit around and talk about putting together a music festival, but the music festival never happens. They all just talk about it.
You haven't
Tell
been
us
to
how
the right.
you really feel.
Yeah, you haven't been to the right groves, my friend. Those druids get up to some crazy stuff. I'll say that. I've had druid friends, and yeah, some of them are pretty out there.
The only circle of druids I've come across that I was could tolerate on a wide scale was wildfire druids, because they understand that change is also part of nature, and that sometimes the weak needs to be cold and burned away so the strong can live.
I
And
mean,
to
you could make
enrich
the same
the
argument
future.
you could make the same argument for the Death Circle. Or for
That's
the,
exactly what I was gonna say.
So
I
she's
mean,
got you
let's
there.
Yeah, but
figure
that
things
shit's gross.
out.
It's not. That's just not nature. It's
not.
gross.
It's not rock and roll. It's not fire.
It's not. It's not. It's just gross.
Just gross.
Okay, I mean, like, okay, snakes can be cute too, but like, not many people want snakes as a pet. They want cats. Because cats are cute.
I guess he hates snakes.
well,
too.
anyway,
All
You
right.
fuck snakes.
Learning all sorts of things.
Yeah,
Well,
screw those
regardless,
snakes.
yeah. I mean, druids have come in very helpful for my tribe in the past, so I have nothing against them personally.
Yeah,
But I get the sentiment about change. It is
Well, I just know there are some pretty awesome arc druids back in the old Gaian that I've been privileged enough to meet in my travels through the wild, and some of them are pretty cool guys. I'll just say that to you, bud.
Look, is there exception to every rule? Yes, there's an exception to every rule. Okay, I can't say that every single druid is a piece of shit because we have Estrella in our midst. But blanket, if I were to just immediately dislike every druid I met, I would be right the majority of the time, and it has served me well.
If
Says,
you
well,
were to just immediately dislike every druid you meet, what's
Well,
this if?
I do, and again, it's proven me right most of the time because most of the druids I've met are fucking lame and don't do anything and are not helpful.
Yeah.
so
I mean, to
Boulder,
be fair, I don't like this particular druid, but
My
well, I
point
mean,
I don't
stand.
know.
I would,
At least he's not, like asking for your soul or anything
What
in
if
return
we
for information.
Okay, well, if he was asking for my soul, I would dominate monster and ask him to bend over and kiss his own ass.
that
Start
might
this
be
process or arms
entertaining.
fumes a little bit.
Or I could fucking modify his memory and make him think that he is. I don't know. I'll think of something funny, but the idea stands.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I think we've had quite enough of this conversation. I am rather I need some food and rest.
Boulder Rhyme says, well, I'm gonna go sit down in the area without all the dead blighty things. He comes kind of down over to this door and
Yeah, we also don't know whether or not we're being observed while we're in this place, so I would recommend that we leave the caves or enter the mansion if we're going to rest for a while.
He kind of like, as soon as she says that, Glenn kind of just like flips the bird and just like with both his hands and just starts moving, like kind of like moving around in circles, like somebody's watching them. They can, you know.
well, you're a druid, Estrella. I know wizards have weird ways of watching people. Do druids look through the plants or something? He looks at the fern next to him with suspicion.
Possible? It's possible that the there are ways that possibly that could happen. I don't personally know, but I feel like it could be. But you know, more of the plants around us could be sentient than those that have revealed themselves to be. So, it is rather easy for a druid to have spies in a place with this much growth.
I'd wager one of these plants or trees is some fucking weirdo druid getting off by watching us in secret.
Right. Well, then let's just leave and not give them that satisfaction. Come on. And I would follow Boulder Autumn.
All right, so where are you headed?
As Glenn follows, he's gonna yell out, "I'm not gonna let you get your happy ending off of us."
Boulder Bottom just gives you a weird look. Are you leaving this place? You going back to the water and swimming out?
Unless Glenn decides to put up the mansion, I'm just gonna follow Boulder Bottom out. I feel I'd
Well,
rather be in that jungle than in here.
depends on if we're doing a long rest. Then yes, he would like if we're intending for a long rest, then he would open the mansion. Is that what we're intending?
What
time
are
is
we
it?
intending? And
What day is it?
honestly, I'm not too worried about this guy watching us. Glenn seems to be worried. I just yeah, I just
You don't care about some weird death druid getting off to watching us?
I simply meant that we don't want to discuss any confidential topics or what have you. But
oh yeah, that's true.
I don't care where we go. I just
You like getting watched, Boulder Bottom?
Since,
You
I
you
live in
might
the
be you might be a little
woods.
bit.
I'm naked half the time. I don't care.
He kind of
Says
he
I only keep
kind
my clothes on because I'm around you guys all the time now. But back in the day, I would run around naked in the woods for days on end. I don't care who watches me.
he kind of squints his eyes a little bit, and he's like, "I can respect that."
He nods. Uslog, what do you think? Where
One
are
of the
we
perks
going?
of living out in nature.
Right?
Um,
I feel that
yeah.
we're overdue for some extended preparation before we decide either to fight this guy or to descend into the depths and fight whatever we find there.
Well,
I
You want to
I
drink
propose that we spend a week at the mansion.
a week.
I feel that freshen up on some of our abilities and come out improved and more resilient for the fights to come.
He says, "Oh, it's a good point. We've been doing a lot. Maybe we can hone up on our skills a bit, do some training. It's been a bit."
Yeah, it would be nice
He
to. Yeah.
stretches.
Do some training.
He
Ooh,
says,
this is a perfect.
I mean,
segue.
obviously, out of character, I'm proposing that we level up.
Yeah,
yeah.
my character is perfect because this week of training will be enough to put. Oh, this will be the excuse I need to transition to 2024 bard and all of a sudden be like decent melee.
Nice.
But you don't have the
Yeah.
character ready.
I know.
So if we train right now, you wouldn't have it ready anyway.
Well,
I
maybe it
know,
would
but
take
like,
some time for Glenn
yeah,
to decide to, you know, take that
it
step.
won't be until next session that I have that Glenn will have the confidence to realize. Wait a minute, it's time for me to finally draw my soul.
Boulder Bottom would say, "You do seem like you lack some confidence sometimes, Glenn. Maybe we should take you to the beach."
Bitch episode.
Exactly. That's where I go when I need to find my
Just
confidence.
before that we're overdue for a beach vacation.
We need to go to the beach. You have any beaches in that forest of yours?
Unfortunately, I do not.
Estrella, did you
Have
make
to.
any sea plant friends? We can go to a beach or near a beach.
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, I could take us back to Tyvanis, which is a harbor town. Don't know.
Oh, jeez. Aren't we all wanted
Okay.
there?
Oh yeah.
Can
never mind.
can you plane shift through plants?
Oh, that's
Oh.
true. We would have to plane
No,
shift
never mind.
first.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
That would be pretty
that's
awesome.
true. I might be. I need to. Maybe I'll do that. During this week of downtime, I can study up and I might be able to be a backup to Glenn's abilities to plane shift. Is it Glenn that shifts us? I can't remember.
We don't have a plane shifter. We have to.
We
find
don't
one.
have one in this party. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will be able to do that after we level up.
Oh, there you go.
Well, actually, we're in the Feywild. You gotta tell me that there's no beach in the Feywild. I'm sure we
There
can.
is. I just
Yeah, I'm sure we can run around and find some. And if we do try and find a beach, maybe we'll bump into some crazy archfey and have some and get in some wild hijinks.
Do they have
I would look
beaches in
over
the
to
Feywild?
Uslog to see how she is taking this suggestion.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, our Scooby-Doo side quest episode begins now.
Boulder Bottom would say, "Oh, go ahead, Uslog."
No, I mean, that sounds fine.
He would say, "I didn't
Like
know there were
Scooby-Doo.
beaches in the Feywild. I thought this place was all about forests. I don't know
I
enough
feel like
about
getting
these
there would be
plains."
pretty dangerous at the moment.
Geez, Scoob, why do you have to go to the beach? Like
Ooh,
zoink.
winks. All right. Well, I'm up for whatever you guys think is best, as usual. Boulder Bottom says. I don't know. What about you, Slog? You've been kind of quiet. What do you think we should do?
Yeah, she kind of like, she's kind of been a little bit in her head, I guess, during this, but she would say, I think I would rather leave this place now, but if we want to do the mansion, that's fine.
Well, where would we go if we left? We're gonna go train somewhere, like Glenn or like Estrella suggested, or Where should we head, or just
we can
rest for
say-
a day?
I think we would be safest in the mansion, but
Train in the mansion. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so you mean like leave and then go to the mansion outside?
Yeah, I mean, we know that the
I
mansion
mean, there
can
isn't
be.
any. I mean,
is-
we have the ability. We still have the ability to breathe to breathe water for the rest of the day, and so we could easily traverse back to. But do we need to? Do we need to leave this place and go swimming again and everything, or should if we're going to enter the mansion? Yeah, I think
Right.
actually I would prefer not.
Were
to
you
be in
saying
here,
something
honestly.
new,
Go
Slug?
ahead. Yeah.
no, I just maybe back to that the beach area before the water, because it's a little bit outside of this. What I assume is, in a sense, his lair, his place of power.
Yeah.
Oh, down the cave?
I would
Yeah.
Alright.
actually kind of walk over to one of these trees and like put my hand against it and see if I feel like it's corrupted or anything.
So those are big ferns. It doesn't seem like they
Oh.
are corrupted.
Okay, so I'm basically making a plant friend so that I can bring us back here. Should we decide?
Can you do that with a fern? Is that what's the
It's
size
large
requirement?
plant. It's
Large?
large plant.
I guess this is kind of large. It's not like tall like a tree, but it's
I've always used trees, but yeah, it doesn't specify that it has to be a tree.
yeah, just large or larger. Okay. I mean, it's not as tall, but it's definitely wide, like a big tree. All right, so sure, I'll say you can tree friend this thing.
Silent magic for us to use if we're coming back in here. So I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, let's leave. We don't need to have the entrance to our mansion like here in this dude's lair.
All right, so if you're just traveling back to the beach, go ahead and group up, and I'll fast travel you. So you head back. Moving through the hallways, which are clear. Looks like he's kept his promise. Nothing shows up to attack you or anything.
So do we think those Eladrin were under his control?
And you
He
would
did
arrive
mention-
back at the beach.
He did mention that they were guarding the place, I guess, as well.
Oh.
But that they might have been too far gone,
I see.
like the trees, I think. But, yeah.
Alright, so you're gonna do your mansion gate. Cast the mansion
He's gonna
spell.
grumble a bit first, is my expectation.
Alright, go ahead and link your mansion spell, spending the spell slot.
I mean, this is a
Let's see,
beach. We
we'll-
could always just camp right here.
This is kind of a pathetic beach, Boulder Bottom grumbles.
Something.
Alright, so a large magical entryway opens, which I assume you step into. Entering. Yeah. Were you saying something, Glenn?
Oh no, just everyone in.
Oh, everyone in. Okay. Where's my... Sorry, one moment. So you would enter the portal, going back to Glenn's wooded realm. Your people are still here and everything seems like it's going well. What do you want to do?
Gonna pass downtime?
Alright, so we're passing some time.
Uslag would, as we were kind of walking back, she just looked really like she had a lot on her mind, but she would, as we step into the mansion, she would pull Glenn aside. Can I talk to you?
Yeah, of course.
So were you? I know you're sort of a fan of the hag, but were you really thinking about wagering your soul for the answer to that question back there?
He says, I mean, it's definitely intriguing, but I don't know.
You know that your soul means more to me than the answer to that question, right? And to your kids.
He smiles. I know. It's a foolish thing, but I just think for a second trying to convey. But if I could do it.
Oh, what is it? What is that? What did he say?
But if I could do it.
Well,
Like, if, like, so you're saying, like, you know, if I could come out the other side of that bet, that would be something that no one could take away from me.
what the fact that you impressed a hag?
Yeah, I gave the best performance a hag's ever seen.
Slime just sighs and just like rakes her hand through her hair, frustrated. This is what I get for falling for a bard. Glenn. Okay, so I know this. If anyone could do that, it would be you. But she wants that. She wants your soul, and I don't think there's. She will. I don't think there's any way she plans on letting you succeed on this. And
I'm fully aware of the hag's trickery, and that's why it's not simply playing the best I can, but if I can out-trick hag and get her to admit it.
well, she's already seen through one of the simplest lies that you could possibly tell, something you've probably told hundreds of times in your years as a spy. Just the fact that she knew you lied about your name. Like, how do you think that she won't see through something when the stakes are higher? I just
But that's
At
what
the end
makes
of
it
the day,
such an
it's-
exhilarating gamble.
But Glenn, you're not just risking your existence, but you're risking your kids losing their father again. After everything we went through to get them back, like, how could you risk that?
He sighs, and I know it's silly vanity, but and I know that when the time comes, I know that I will think of you and my children, and I will do the right thing and the smart thing and turn down contest, but I must be allowed to dream at least. I've had much taken from me, and I know I have gotten it back, but it does not. Kind of might slip. I think is how to word it. It doesn't. It does not erase memory of years of cruel servitude and bad actions that were forced upon my hands to do. I often think back to things I've done and the wrongs I've had to commit under foul Blackwater name. And I, something like this, I felt like maybe I could do something to outshine the darkness that's already stained my hands. A deed so grand that there'd be nothing else to rival it, and no reason to think of anything else. But I know the risk too great. So I know that when the time comes, I won't risk my children losing their father a second time. But until it happens, let me dream a little while longer.
Just like a nods. She, listening to that, some tears started forming in her eyes. But I know life hasn't been kind to you, but you still have a lot to live for, and especially now you have your freedom from the Blackwaters. You have your kids back, and you do have a chance at a fresh start. But if she kind of just gets quiet, she's like struggling internally.
He reaches out and takes her hand.
Yeah, she just gives him a hug.
Alright, so you guys head over to the camp after having that little exchange and embracing. What is everyone?
Alright, get a room, you two.
Yeah, well, no one but you two saw that. Everyone else went to the camp, or to the what is it, the grotto, the place where the stuff is in your forest. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, I gotta, like I said, I gotta get a map and kind of work stuff out now that it's permanent.
So I would just pass time unless any of you are doing anything besides the training. The training doesn't count as an actual downtime project, so you can put this towards other things as long as you can, perform them in the glade.
Is there a library here?
I would say yes.
I mean, maybe. I think maybe like a few books that Glenn may have collected. Maybe he brought them here when he made it permanent, but I wouldn't say it's like a fully stocked library, right?
Research is probably not.
Does the house provide that?
It's whatever Glenn wants, right?
I mean, there's some limitations on what he can just make appear here.
Yeah, I always figured that.
Probably be, yeah.
I always figured that I had kind of like a space for all of the party members. Like I remember having like, like a little workshop when what's the name? Gnome dude was here, Chomsky.
Because it calls out things like food in the spell, so I think it definitely provides sustenance. But functioning.
Do we have anyone in our camp that's
At the same time, it is a mansion. What mansion doesn't have a library?
Yeah, but I understand the argument, the specific topics that I might be looking for, you wouldn't have anticipated and put in your spell.
Probably
not. I can understand that argument.
I would probably, it'd be like I would say, if there was a library, it's like it's more like a fiction, like an actual library, not like a spell library.
Yeah, it would be like maybe Glenn's private collection of some stories that, like, or
Yeah.
meaningful to him, like books he's moved into this place, like I said, since he's made it permanent.
Gotcha. So, do we have anyone in our camp or that's kind of living in this space that's like, studious, like an
See.
arcanist or a scholar?
We do
I don't
have.
think we
Oh,
do.
no Slovak's back at the tower.
Yeah.
Well, let me see. Who do we have in the Grovuk? No, it's Glenn's mansion. So all I have here in terms of NPCs right now, I have Drovo. You took your, I think that's your disguise guy. Oh no, that's
Yeah, I
your,
think we just have
yeah, that's your
commoners. I think we just have
warrior
him and
slash,
commoners.
yeah, disguise
Yeah.
guy. And you
I have it written
Um,
down in my character sheet somewhere that we've got like a couple like workers and stuff.
Yeah, we have like
Oh,
some
you,
commoners.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have the commoners tending the fields and hunting.
I was just.
We
There's.
do.
Go ahead.
There was, and it would be another quest, but there wasn't there the Phoenix Guild members that came here. Didn't they head to some archive or library or something?
The ones that came to the
research?
Feywild?
Yeah, I mean we should catch up with them at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
and
good.
according to the leader of that one outpost, they had gone north to an actual town / city.
Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping that I could do some downtime, but I think I need to be somewhere where I can do research. So I think, yeah.
What
that's
if we
fine.
move the mansion? What if we tree friend to outside of Gerful, the town we got kicked out of, some of us.
They're more of a
Guile Brock.
fort, right?
Would they
Or
have a
were
library?
Were they someplace that would have an expansive library?
Galebrock, yeah.
So the fort, you're not sure. I don't think you asked around, but there was a town to the north that the Phoenix guys went to. Though technically, you wouldn't know if there was a library up there either, because it is a town. It's not like a city.
Where's the nearest city?
The nearest city.
Do we know?
So I don't know if you've explored that extensively, but maybe, all right, maybe I'll say that when talking to the Duke, he mentioned that north of the town here, there is a larger settlement in the Feywild, like one of the court outposts, which is kind of like a city in the Feywild.
Well, I don't know if we want to go out of our way, but if we are going to be training for a week, it would be a shame to not be able to use that time for other activities, you know?
Do some
But I'm
travel.
fine. What do you guys think? I'm
I
fine
don't
with staying
really know
here.
what to do for downtime.
You what?
I'm not sure what we could do for downtime. Could we I mean Boulder Bottom's with us. Could we train Boulder Bottom?
And he says I could maybe take some pointers from Uslag. I don't know about you teaching me anything.
Excuse you?
He says, I've seen you handle that sword. She trained you how to do it.
Oh, he was actually pretty good, pretty decent
I
with
hit
it.
her
so-
a few times.
He says, I was just
Yeah.
teasing you, Glenn. I'm sure you're fine, but I'd still much rather take the lessons from the avatar of the death goddess. No offense.
Yes, that's point taken. You gotcha. I'd say the same thing if I were you.
He says, what do you think,
I mean, there's
Uslag?
much to be learned from taking notes from all sorts. So
He says, true, but
learn
when it
things
comes
from
to stabbing and using my weaponry, I think you might be a little bit more experienced.
yeah, maybe. Sorry, Glenn,
That's okay.
but I'm happy to train.
All right, so let me make some rolls. Yeah, it doesn't seem like, at least without some exploration, you could get a hold of a library. There might be a private one back in Gale Brock if you want to ask around. Like maybe the
That's
Duke
fine.
has some notes you could use or books.
No, that's fine. I don't want to like derail our like. I just thought if it was available when we are doing downtime, you know. But I don't think I want to reroute our party to go find that. Yeah, so we're good.
Well, if you
Have we?
go ahead.
Yeah, no, to finish that, I just had a thought.
Well, what I was gonna say is if there is a library in Gale Brock, I mean, getting there would not be, that difficult. Because you have the tree friend on
Tree
the
friends.
outside.
True.
So you could head there and do your week in Gale Brock, then tree friend back here. As long as he doesn't come in and dig up the fern and throw it out or something. It's not exactly a tree. It'd be much easier.
Well, there's
to
also
kill.
a tree friend outside that I think Estrella
That's
made
true.
as well.
She makes a good amount of tree
She's-
friends. So yeah,
But that
I
would be
think
so
you
fun.
did. You go to teleport back, and your fern just got
Oh my God, what an asshole.
pulled up and just thrown out. No. So yeah,
All right.
is that what you want to do?
Am I welcome back in the town?
Yeah, Estrella was on fine terms with them.
Okay. Then yeah, maybe I would do that.
Yeah, it was Glenn
If
who
that's-
got drunk and started casting spells, not Estrella. Or sorry, Hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing they asked you not to do.
Hey.
All right. Then yeah, if everyone's fine with that, I'm gonna just head over there and I'll come back. Do you guys want me to check in each day? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I guess since we've already set up the camp, otherwise maybe it would be a good idea to set up the camp outside of the town where you're going to be, so we're not as far in case anything happens. But
Alright, so the party is basically going to Gale Brock and setting up the portal. Well, it'd probably have to wait till tomorrow, unless Glenn has another spell he can use.
yeah, we could do a day of the downtime here and then go.
Alright,
if that's okay.
so...
Unless you need a full week.
Passing time.
I'm anticipating, like, if I start a project, that it might not. 1 week might even not be enough. I just wanted to use the week while we had it, you know.
Okay.
So that's fine either way.
Alright.
More knowledge is good.
Oh yeah, I'm halfway through. No, more than halfway through scribing a scroll. But no, I think I'm not gonna work on that right now.
Alright, so you do have enough time today to put towards a project if you want. Time
Okay,
is
I'll put that-
passing.
I'll put that towards the scroll I was already scribing. I have 4 days left for that
I don't think
scroll.
Miss Luck has any projects anymore. I mean, I think she finished her training with smithing.
Well, and you've been training Raldo, I think, too.
That's true. So that's what she'll
Oh,
be
but
doing.
yeah, if there's a blacksmith, did we bring a blacksmith into the mansion?
No, I only have one person here besides the townsfolk, and that was the...
I mean, that's just a hobby for her anyway.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't have anything. It makes sense for her because there's something that happened early in campaign that kind of inspired her to do that. But yeah, it's not really super important. I think she kind of finished. She's like 1 day away.
Alright,
Nice.
so it is now the 27th of summer at 8 a.m. You've passed that day. And you said you're going to travel to Gale Brock
never
today? So
If everyone's
let me
down, then yeah.
Yeah.
see how that goes. Shouldn't be too complicated. I could always roll a 1 on a D100.
Well, I would.
Let's see.
No, I mean, I would tree stride us.
Yeah, I just mean like as you're going to do this
Oh, gotcha.
stuff, there's always a chance of some complication.
Bring us onto a tree and it turns violent and tries to kill us when we're inside.
Alright, but yeah.
Oh, because
you're
it's
fine.
oh, that would suck.
So you teleport using the tree friend back to Gale Brock, where the group is welcome back in.
Oh.
Glenn's banishment is lifted. You're no longer under hospitality or anything, but the group is friendly enough that They'll just let them enter if they want.
Nice.
So you now have some more options for training. It turns out there is a library in Galebrock.
Nice.
We
Are there scholars who might be available to hire to help with
So
research?
the library, just give me one moment to remember what's going on in this place. So Warden Valeth has a private library. And there's one scholar who you've met who could help you with research. Arcanist Navala.
Okay.
It's that elf lady.
I'm not much of a researcher myself, but I'm rather adept at some various forms of magic. So I'm hoping that with the help of someone who's more adept at um, uh, that I might, maybe be able to research some topics. Specifically, I was wondering if I can research the possibility of establishing a tree friend in Glenn's mansion, like forest, that I could go to with a instead of transport via plants. What's the next one up? The teleport.
Well, the biggest issue is that Glenn's forest is kind of on a demi-plane of its own, which usually
Right.
without the Magnificent Mansion spell, you would need some kind of planeswalking magic. It's not.
That's why I was.
Yeah.
That's why I was wanting to be able to do it using the 7th level teleport. Was what I was hoping to research.
Well, you can
Figuring
definitely
out how to-
start putting time towards the research.
Okay.
Teleport.
I mean, I wasn't expecting this to resolve this session. I was just hoping that
Oh yeah.
if I get
we can
like
make
a plan
project,
and
yeah.
and maybe it would end up needing some unique essence or some other kind of supplies, to actually execute. But I wanted to start researching alternative ways for us to reach the mansion now that the mansion's permanent, just because Glenn can only do it once a day. And if anything ever happens to Glenn, everyone we have there and everything we have there might become inaccessible.
That's true. So
Yeah.
so you could definitely start that
So
project.
it's like theory. Yeah, I'm just like working on our arcane theory with Navala on how this might be accomplished. Does that work?
Yeah, the only thing that you would need for sure is Glenn would have to give you some information about his plane to even have a chance of doing this. Because the demi planes, they're just so vast. There's no way you can even find it without Glenn giving you this information.
Gotcha.
Glenn
So
kind of
to
has to agree.
Sure. And I didn't mean to just go ahead with this without asking you, Glenn. Sorry, maybe I should have done that. I was just thinking about the fact that like we're putting more and more stuff in the mansion and we're going there more often and stuff.
All right,
People,
I'll say I'll say this: like, there might be a way to do it without Glenn knowing, but it would be much harder.
Oh no. No, this wouldn't be intended to be like secretive or whatever. So let's say that, if we want to timey-wimey, then I can Glenn,
well,
you
we're
got a
still
minute?
kind of in downtime, so we can say during this
Yeah.
time you approached Glenn and what would you go ahead, you guys can do the little interaction.
So I've been thinking that mansion of yours is pretty useful, but I know that it uses up some of your strongest magic, and that's why you are cautious to reserve it for only when necessary. I thought that it's possible that I might be able to learn how to become a backup so that at times you needn't use your best magic to open that door, and that perhaps maybe I can learn to create a bridge a bridge as well when needed. What are your thoughts on that? Thought I might enlist a scholar to help with the theory.
What do you think, Glenn? lost Glenn.
Oh no.
Oh well. My main thought was that, you know, that the essence that we used to make the mansion permanent was hard won, and it's a very strategic base that would become even more useful if you know, if we have more options for accessing it, was my main thought. So I'm happy to just kind of do the basically the theory research for now, as my downtime, and then kind of keep working towards that in the future.
All right, let me see if I can wake him up. That work? All right. Well, we'll have to come back to that, I guess. At some point, this interaction will happen. But yeah, if you want
Can I
to,
still start the research? Okay.
if you want to start the research, that's fine. Hopefully,
What's
he'll
the
agree
name of
to
that
it.
town again?
Gale
Or
Brock.
Galebrook, that's right. Okay.
Gale
All right,
Brock.
I'll put it in the. And I assume that there would be some sort of fee for
Yeah, so it'd be the
overtime.
normal book stuff. You just
Okay.
basically pay them 50 gold pieces, and then I think it's 50. So you could pay 150 for the library and 50 for a researcher. There's only one though.
Excellent.
Navala would be the only one skilled enough to help you with this project.
Sounds good.
All right, so you start that project doing the payment, and the warden is he's that's fine. If you are willing to give him a donation towards upkeep of the fort, he's happy to let you use his private collection. All right, so I will continue passing time.
Uslug's still training Raldo, right? That's her thing.
Yeah, so
Decided.
you are working on training Raldo, and I'm just going to
So
try
I
to
put 1
quickly
day.
pass 4 days. So let me know during this time if something is happening. Actually, before we go and pass that time, why don't we do a break?
Okay.
And then we can attempt to pass the time, and we'll see if Glenn is back with us.
Yeah.
Alright, see you guys in a bit.
Okay. I'll be right back.
So Carly,
Hello.
how's what was it? Elden Ring.
I haven't gotten to play maybe twice in the last month. It's been really, it's like busy and tiring lately. But good. I still love it. Why does the fall have to be so busy?
What have you
Yeah.
been busy with?
There's just been we had like a wedding one weekend, and then we had like birthdays and Halloween, and I don't know, and then work's just been exhausting. So, so when I am home, I'm like, I don't know. And then we're also doing co-op, so it's like when my husband can't play, I can't play, and then he's way busier than I am. He does like 2 side gigs, and yeah, he's just
Oh, what does he do?
work. He well, he's a coordinator at an after school program, but he's an arborist as well. So in the mornings he does that.
A what?
Yeah, and then he also an arborist, so like he does like
Arborist,
trees,
okay.
like trees.
He
Tree
has
work.
tree
I call it tree
friends.
work for short. Yeah, he has lots of tree friends. He is the ultimate druid. But then he also he's a wood turner, so he makes things with the wood that he gets from that work.
He murders his tree
so-
friends. Just kidding.
Well, it's not tree murder, it's helping the trees. Sounded like Glenn.
I know.
But yeah, he actually makes like beautiful work with the wood that he gets. So it's like this. And then
Does he
he
like do
sells
like
it.
chainsaw carvings or something?
No, he does wood turning, so like on a lathe.
Oh, okay.
Like anything that's round, really. Like he does bowls and like little round boxes and tops. He was doing tops for a while, which everyone really likes. Things like that.
So he crafts things in real life.
This is indeed,
He
yes.
actually
he has real
can
life
take,
tools.
like in Minecraft, he actually can take the wood and make like a table out of it, or a bowl.
He could make the table. He could make a table. He does other things besides the turning, but like he would make really beautiful table legs
Gotcha.
with the turning with the lathe, and then he would have to make the table. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry it's been too
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah, it's fine. Things will slow down a little bit. Fall's really busy for the trees, obviously, and then I've just been so exhausted. So yeah.
Lately, all my time has been D&D and gaming.
Yeah. I have been
Driving.
like drawing more and reading and stuff, so that's good, I guess. But I really miss playing Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I'm actually rereading. I read the first volume of the first collection of volumes of Berserk years ago, but I never finished the series, so I'm actually like rereading that, starting over on that because
Guts.
guts. Yeah. But I have to tell you guys, I have a friend who I was talking to Miri about looking for commissions for Uzlog art, but I ended up talking to one of my friends on Discord who's kind of a budding artist and does really cool stuff, and he's doing an artwork for me of Uzlog, and I just received just a few minutes ago. I just received the the sketch for it. I'm
Oh,
so
nice.
excited.
You gonna share it with
Yeah.
us?
Oh, and it's done. Yeah, with permission, of course. But I'm sure he'll be
It's
fine
like
with
a
that.
preliminary step kind of thing that they shared just now.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, I have to
I
say.
look forward to it.
Yeah. But I realized in all these 5 years I haven't ever gotten any Uzlog art,
I've commissioned a couple of
except
things.
for what I've tried to draw.
My my Discord picture is commissioned.
Oh, the iconic pose. Yeah.
They're like clasped hands and yeah.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be It's like a combination. Have you ever seen Evangelion, the anime?
I'm not familiar.
So
There's
No.
a character Gendo on there, and it's supposed to be like a cross between like him and a nerdy wizard guy.
oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it's a very good anime if you're into anime.
A little
If you
bit.
ever-
I'll put that on my list because there's a lot I haven't seen, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's an older one. They've remade it a bunch. It's like it's got a super rabid like fan base. But if you ever want to get your brain screwed with a little, it's a great anime. It's yeah, I don't know. Japanese anime has a tendency to some of the better ones to really mess with you.
Hmm.
Like I think some of the saddest things I've ever seen have been Japanese anime. And, like some of the silliest, and yeah, that one is just like kind of like just yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. You have to watch it.
Yeah.
But there
Yeah,
are-
I'll put it on my list for sure.
was one of my one of the first anime I ever saw. The first one I ever saw was Vampire Hunter D.
I read a couple of the books, but I didn't know it was an actual.
Yeah, I'm not sure what came first.
Yeah.
The other one I saw
I
was
really liked
Ninja
that.
Scroll, which was another that was that one was very violent. That's one that like one of those like really gory, violent ones. But then again, so is Vampire Hunter D. So they were both really
Yeah,
violent.
I don't mind that. I mean, I'm reading Berserk, so
Oh yeah, well I mean, yeah, if you're okay with Berserk, then I think Ninja Scroll is pretty much the same level. A couple other disturbing things happen, but it's very very good anime. Do we have
well, it's
plans?
about to be winter, so I'm gonna be going into my hibernation phase. So
Oh, there you go. Hibernate and watch some anime. Been
I've
playing...
still never. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you can go first. It's fine. I've been talking.
I was just gonna like you were talking about winter, and I was I've still never played Baldur's Gate 3 like cooperatively, and so Trey from the Monday group and I were actually talking about starting that in January. Now that my schedule has calmed down, because he wants to play cooperatively as well.
I'd
that's
like
awesome.
to play
Yeah,
that
I kind of
again.
wish. Yeah, I kind of wish my first playthrough had been a cooperative because I feel like it would be kind of fun to stumble upon some.
The only bad
When
thing.
my
Go ahead.
yeah. Well, I was just when my brother and my husband were playing, they were playing on console, and it was before they introduced the cross-platform play. So I've never played cooperatively. Yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Well, the only bad thing about cooperatively playing is that your party can only be four characters, big. So if two of you are players, then you can only have two NPCs with you.
They're the companions, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
so you missed
Honestly, I
some
think
of the
there's
good
mods for
story.
that now, but
There are. So
Yeah,
as long as you have
probably.
the same mods, I think you can do the cooperative.
So
I have way too many mods for Baldur's Gate, so I don't think I could ever.
when you say mods, do you mean like 2 players and like 4 NPCs or something?
like there's a mod that lets you have more than 4 in your party. I've only tried it on single play because mods weren't even available for me because I was on a Mac until
Does it
I don't
increase the
remember
difficulty
when,
at
but-
all?
I mean, it depends. Some mods are definitely cheats, and some mods are just cosmetic or just for fun, or
Yeah.
quality of life, like not having to go around and put Strider on every single person every day. Like, there's a mod that just you cast it once and it covers everyone, kind of things like that. Yeah.
To put
So some
what?
of them are like quality of life.
To put what on everyone?
Long Strider.
Oh, long strider. I mean, that's not that. You just cast it 4 times. It's fine. But yeah, sure, I guess.
But that's what I mean. Is like people like I've never made a mod, and there's some crazy ones out there. Some people are, but yeah, there's ones that are just like little things like that must have annoyed someone enough that they decided to.
Yeah. The only issue I'd see with having 4 NPCs and 2 players is just it's it's probably going to be a lot easier, which is why I was wondering if it increased the difficulty at all. Because with
Oh, gotcha. No,
6,
no, it definitely does not increase the difficulty, and it does, yeah.
yeah,
And I didn't do it till like my fourth or fifth playthrough. Was when mods became available on Mac. So, um,
yeah, because
so
like,
I started doing things for mods just to kind of play. Like, oh, I have a mod that makes Scratch invulnerable so that he can always be at my side, but he doesn't die in the fight.
oh, okay. Yeah, because I know, I mean, Baldur's Gate is pretty challenging. Like, I think they on purpose made it so, like, even enemies like animals are fairly tactical, which is always funny to me
Mhm.
when, like, the wolf pack is, like, being super tactical in how they use their actions. But yeah, like, if you had 6 players, I think, or 6 characters, I think you'd wipe most of
Oh, that would
those. Yeah.
definitely affects the but I like it. I liked it for walking around in the cities and stuff because you know how the characters in your party will like say things as you're walking
Yeah.
around like each other. There were so many combinations that I just never had together in my party before until I was playing around with that mod. And so I really enjoyed doing a playthrough where I literally had all of the companions, what was it, like 8 people or something, like following me around all the time just so that I could like hear all those little interactions that
Oh,
I'd
they
never
talk to each
heard.
other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
played it. I haven't played it with mods yet, but my first playthrough was with a friend of mine, and that's just what I noticed is that the funny thing was the first time we played, uh, I had him control everyone, so like I was getting no faction with any of the people in the party, so they all hated.
oh,
Well, they didn't hate me, but
Oh
they
no.
like
You
they
couldn't
all
like
like were
influence them.
indifferent. They're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's just
so it
that
hurt your
lady.
romance options.
Yeah, that was that lady druid that follows us around. And I was like, man, why don't any of the ladies in the group like me, or any of the guys? Because I was playing a lady druid, and like even what's his name? Who's the lich with you?
Withers.
Withers. Yeah, like I
Withers.
got
Oh.
to one point and Withers was like, so how does it feel that no one likes you? And I
Oh,
was like,
Oh,
whoa.
I
he
got
does
that
that to
once. I love
everyone.
that. I love
Like, what's it like
He
being a
does
I
that to every
loser?
I went to him
character,
once
yeah.
as Shadowheart because I wanted to like respec her, and
Yeah.
he said that to her, and I was like, oh, poor Shadowheart.
Yeah,
Like
he's
if we're
like,
in a romance,
man,
he has another set of
fucking
lines he says, but he does
freaking
it to
withers
everyone,
burned.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
so no one
Way to
seems to
rub
like
salt in
you
the room.
very much. And I'm like, damn. Finally, I got a romance with the other druid because I started. We figured it out. I was like, why doesn't anyone like me? And he's like, oh, I think you have to control them. I was like, oh, okay. So I finally started romancing the other druid. So we had like,
Because that's the only one you can start late with, right?
yeah. So I was like, well,
Yeah, it's too late for all the others
I
at that
guess
point.
this is. I romanced all the late game options. I romanced the druid and I romanced the mind flayer. That was
Oh God.
that was my lady.
Well, for the achievement, right?
The
Right.
what? Wait,
The
what?
achievement for the achievement.
For the oh yeah, it was
You
for
get
the,
an
of
achievement.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'll just say my druid lady was a freak. She was like, she romanced the yeah.
See, not all druids are boring sticklers.
There you go, exactly. She's into weird stuff. That's just how I justified it. It wasn't that I forgot to, you know, get any faction with the normal people. It's just she's into weird stuff. She likes other druids and mind flayers. We'll just go with that. It's roleplay.
Have you ever done a Dark Urge playthrough?
I tried. I really want to because I had played the first 2 games.
Best playthrough. So good.
Did you go Dark Urge and go light, or Dark Urge and go dark?
I did like resist the urge. I played as a
Okay.
redemption paladin, or a what is the paladin that where you lose your oath.
I want to play it. Like, I've only played it through once, and I really want to play it through more times. But it's just really hard for me to play through the same stuff again. Like, I just get bored really quick. So
Well, and the first act is really long, to be honest. If
Yes.
it does
Yeah, it
take
is
a
hard to
while.
get through the first
Yeah.
act. for a
yeah,
while.
it's fun and it's like, you know, it's cool, but yeah, I think just oh man, like I know every time it's the same place that I start to lose like uh
Interest.
my interest. It's when I first get to that town and just go to loot everything. You know, that town that's been destroyed by the goblins.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much stuff to
The
loot
Blighted
and
Village,
sell.
yeah.
Yeah, the Blighted Village. I go into that first like alchemist shop and I just start picking everything up and I like my eyes start glazing over. And I'm just one of those
Yeah, the
people
first
that has
couple
to pick
playthroughs I
everything
picked
up.
up. Yeah, the first couple playthroughs I picked up everything, but once you've like scoured that game and looted everything once or twice, like I agree, I definitely skip a bunch of stuff
Yeah, you
in
know where the
some of my
important shit
playthroughs
is.
now just because I can't
Gotta
go
get
through all of
shovel.
that again. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
I
get
should do
shovel.
that.
Everything else.
It's just really hard for me. I
Shovel,
always
yeah.
want to pick up everything and sell everything and get all the magical items. I'm like, why am I doing this? So that's part of the reason why it's hard for me to do another playthrough.
Well, that's one of the reasons that I started playing with mods after I'd done a few playthroughs, was because you can kind of get the inventory if you don't want to like play through every little thing. You can use mods. I mean, they're cheats, but like you
Oh,
can
yeah.
use to get certain equipment or whatever, you know.
I want a
um,
mod
and
that when you walk
yeah.
into a house, you just press a button and it just searches everything and puts it in your
Oh,
inventory.
yeah, like a loot all option.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you have to. I mean, sure, they can leave out like stuff you have to find with perception. That's fine. But just
Yeah,
like
like
every
yeah.
normal thing you could search, like just I don't want to have to click everything. Like,
I wonder
why?
if there might even. I wouldn't be surprised if that existed, but I really love my like sorting mods that like sort everything.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
good
there's
too.
better
Packs.
containers. There's mods
They
for
are
better
very nice.
containers too. Yes.
You imagine
Yes,
in
I have
D
like
and
a
D,
sorting pack.
like instead of just doing a perception check, I like make you start clicking on everything on the map to loot everything. Just be like, this is bullshit. I don't know. I never really like that game design that you have to like click and loot everything. I'd rather just search. Search.
Well,
And
you
give me
don't
the
have
stuff.
to, but I'm the same way. I feel the need to,
No,
but you
I
don't
have
have to
to.
loot
This
everything.
is my own. This is my own issue. I'm not saying. I
Yeah.
know technically
No, I
no, you
understand
can, but
completely.
when I leave stuff behind, it hurts me. I get angry.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, no, I gotta
No, I
click. I gotta
understand.
get
I have the
everything.
same urge. I have the same urge. I just really I had to tamp it down after I'd played enough times because, oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to play the Dark Urge playthrough, both good and evil. I want to play as all the different characters as my main character,
I haven't
because there's a
played
bunch of
as
unique stuff for that too.
yeah, there is. I've played as Shadowheart, Gale, Will, and Karlak.
Like, did a full playthrough as
I would love
them?
to play as Karlak. I hear she's really
Yeah,
awesome to
full
play.
playthrough.
I started a
If you,
playthrough as Karlak, but I only got like 10 minutes in. I was like,
She's
ugh.
got a lot
you
more
do
like
if you do it again, there is one unique thing that Karlak has that none of the other playthroughs have. It when you
Spoilers.
just if you do play a Karlak playthrough, then when you get to the beach at the very beginning after the Nautiloid crashes, go and take a rest
rest. Yeah.
before you recruit any companions.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
did that once with my Dark Urge, one of my Dark Urges. I've played it several times.
You
I
mean
love the
like a
Dark Urge.
short rest?
And then like
No,
Shadowheart
longer.
was gone in the morning, and
Oh,
she was
okay.
really mad at me. But yeah.
Oh well, you can find her again at the Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But yeah, if you
interesting
play
how much
Karlak-
weird little stuff
yeah.
is in the game like that. Like
I
if you
love
do
it. I
things
love
in a
that.
certain way,
Yeah.
it's like, oh.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've
Like my last playthrough, I sacrificed someone to Bual
Oh.
just because I'd
jeez.
never done it before.
Ball.
Yeah. I know there's so much that I'm just
I
gonna do
sacrificed
for the
Will.
shits and giggles.
Like, sorry, Will, you're getting sacked to ball. I don't know if you've thought this through. I'm the blade of that. Well.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've man, like I got and see now I'm like, oh, I should play tonight. I should play again. But as soon as I do, I know I'm gonna start looting stuff and be like, oh, ugh.
I was actually like because I really wanted to play something the other day and we couldn't play Elden Ring, so I did play a little bit of Baldur's Gate and I was like, oh, it's nice to be back.
Yeah.
I was like, I know I've done all this like 20 times, but
It's
maybe
even
not
it is a lot of fun playing with another person too. So
yeah,
I
would
do
like to try
recommend
that
that
someday.
if you.
I'd have to
if you
redo all
can.
my mods. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, I would
if-
love to do that.
I don't know if it'd be much fun to play with 4 players though. Like, cause then you have like no
think a
NPC
duo is
No
good.
interaction.
companions at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 2 is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish my husband liked. He doesn't do turn-based games. He will not touch those. But
Interesting.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that and Cyberpunk.
I
That's
l-
the other one I've been
I
playing.
love the format of the combat in Baldur's Gate because honestly, some games that you have to be like really like quick, you know, like that are more reaction based. Some of them are not fun or relaxing for me. Some of them give me anxiety. I mean, it kind of depends on the mood I'm in or what have you. But like ones where you're not rushed and you can be strategic are kind of what I enjoy more. Not that I haven't played like shooters and stuff, but yeah, scroll type,
Elden Ring.
yeah.
Oh God, I get like heart palpitations playing that game sometimes. But the worst is I'm really afraid of heights. Like I'm realizing this more now. Like I never really realized it was as bad until more recently. But in like with all the platforming that you do in Elden Ring, I get like the nervous sweats and like my hands shake and everything because that game does a really good job of with just like
Scary.
the how scary it is to fall.
Wow.
Yeah. At least for me, I'm like, okay, I guess
understand. But
I guess
yeah,
I'm afraid of heights because it's affecting me in games. Yeah.
Yeah, one of
But
these days I'll have to try Elden Ring out.
oh yeah, that's right. I always forget. It just makes sense that I feel like you would have played it. I just
I
keep
played
forgetting
all
you
the
haven't.
Dark Souls. I don't know, like when it came out, I was just busy with a bunch of other games, and I always have more
That's fine.
games
I've
to
heard you
play.
talk about Dark Souls before, so yeah.
Yeah.
Backtrack about that.
there he is.
Oh,
Had
I
to
love,
somebody real quick.
I
So
woke
thanks.
him up talking about
I
Dark
mentioned
Souls
Elden
and
Ring,
Elden
and
Ring.
he's been so
It's like, oh, Elden Ring? What? Alright, are you back, Glenn?
Yep. Sorry about
So we were passing time.
Actually, can we jump back to the conversation between Glenn and Estrella since he's back now?
Oh yeah, that's right. Go ahead. So Estrella would approach Glenn outside of Galebrock.
So I was considering spending some time researching. I'm not sure how long it'll take, but the mansion, now that you've got it permanent and it's becoming more and more of a base for us, and it has more and more strategic possibilities with the improvements you've made. But I know that it uses your highest sphere of magic, and that you can only do it so many times a day for that reason, and that you are generally very cautious about when you use it for that reason. So I was thinking that it might be beneficial if we could somehow figure out a way for my druidic magics to reach the plane in a similar way that your magics do.
that would be very helpful because actually, it's
To have another option,
well, it takes if I was to give these spheres of magic a power level, I would say it's about a 7 it takes. And I'm able to cast up to 8, and so I can do it twice.
Oh, okay.
I feel like though, uh, I've been focusing so much on the sword. I'm afraid I may lose my highest sphere of magic. Oh wait a minute, no. Never mind. Actually, if we're training, I would. Okay, I had character. The funny thing is, if I that was the one thing I was worried about. If I did the bard change right now, I actually would lose 8th level magic. But since if we're gonna do the level up, then no, never mind. I'll still be 15 in bard. I will still have 8th level spells. Never mind.
So what my plan is, and obviously this is up to Lou, and it's probably going to take a bit of research. It won't be resolved anytime soon. But my thought was that Estrella is about to get plane shift, so we could have her do some research and see if she could somehow establish. I'm reskinning this as a tree friend or something, but establish some sort of anchor in the forest of your mansion that she could then reach with kind of the same amount of power that you spend reaching it, and it'll
Well,
be an additional option for the group to get there.
I would say add a character then for that if we're gonna, because plane shift is thinking of what Planeshift requires, and if the Magnificent Mansion has been made a permanent place in the dimensional sphere,
Well, it's a demi-plane.
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Well, and Lou
then
was saying that actually, because there's so many demiplanes, like for someone to actually like find the right one and establish something like this myself would be extraordinarily difficult. But because you created it, Glenn would have some kind of
but
information that might help with that. Does that
yeah,
make
so
sense?
I,
Yeah.
I would say that all it should take, I mean, obviously, from the downtime and stuff, but
Mhm.
I would say, I don't think it's too much of a reach to say that if you got a tuning fork, that's untuned, that we could somehow, with Glenn's help and his magic,
We'd be researching
help,
how to tune that fork
yeah,
to work.
help tune it to specifically his
Ooh,
magnificent mansion.
that is better than what I thought of. I like that. But anyway, so back in character. While we're here in Galebach, I paid Arcanist what's her name?
Novella.
Arcanist Novella to help me a bit. They've got a pretty good library, so just kind of the beginnings of forming magical theory on how we might accomplish this. But of course, I'll need your help at some point if we are able, in order to basically point my ability to your plane.
Yeah, I mean, that would definitely be helpful. And yeah, yeah,
Okay.
whatever help I can offer with that. I
Excellent.
was thinking myself of maybe while we're here, picking something up to um, pass the time with. I'm just not really sure what.
Did I just lose you?
No, I
No,
think
no,
you
no.
just.
Yeah, you just.
Oh, sorry, not sure what.
Well,
Out of character is this place? Uh, we're in Glenbrook. Is this somewhere that basic magic stuff can be like basic magic +1 stuff can be bought or no?
uh, there is an armory. You can. You just trying to procure like low-level magical weaponry or something?
Well, yeah, because just thinking about my new build that I'm hopefully gonna be able to unveil next week. I've got my +1, like rapier and scimitar. So I've got the weapons. I've got the magical weapons, and I realized like, oh, I need to. This is gonna be able to use medium armor. It'd be nice to get maybe like a +1 breastplate or something. Um, or maybe the one that doesn't give disadvantage on stealth, or like. Yeah, either that or like like a mithril breastplate, or just like a +1 breastplate, or +1 like scale mail, or like a +1 medium armor. Yeah, basically. Because I doubt like I'll find mithril or like elven chain or mithril stuff here.
So armor, you probably have to go to the city for. But the actual armaments, those are because magical armors are more rare, which means they'd
Oh
be
yeah,
less
okay.
likely to just be sold.
Gotcha.
But yeah, weaponry +1s, you could probably find a couple here.
You've got everything I need.
I wouldn't,
Uh,
yeah, I wouldn't make you do a downtime, but maybe you could do like a persuasion check to represent you talking to a bunch of people around Gale Brock and seeing if you can, figure out where you could procure some. Or were you just looking
that
for the magical armor?
I was mostly looking for the magical armor, but I do need to check real quick because I think I might want a short sword. +1 short sword if I don't have one already. And then I've got the rapier and the scimitar, but I I
Alright.
actually want to exchange the rapier for the short sword. So I would look around, yeah. See if I can
Alright.
find a +1 short sword.
So that wouldn't be a downtime project, but
Have a short sword +1 in the. Oh, it's in the
Oh, we
tower.
do?
Dang it, it's in the tower. It's
Oh,
being trapped in the
that's
tower.
fine. I mean, I can always, you know, during our downtime, we can always say we went back to the tower.
Okay.
I mean, because I got teleport. I've got teleport, like, you know, so.
yeah, you just have to get back to Gaian, and then you could teleport to the tower. Alright, so anything else you're looking to do during the time passage?
I'm just really trying to figure out some sort of downtime I can do, but that's one thing I haven't really done a lot in this character, is I've kind of not really done much downtime with it.
Could help me with the research. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
not
you
much
could help
fun.
with
I mean-
research. I mean, you can look into something. I don't know. Just look into something with your spells, or learning a language, or or a tool. Or you can just hang out. You don't have to do anything.
Okay, can I'll definitely help Estrella.
Oh, I guess
Whatever
one thing
you
you could do is try to make contacts in Galebrock, or improve your reputation, because you do have a pretty good persuasion. So you could just like talk to people and try to, like I said, make contacts or improve the group's reputation here. You're renowned.
Nah. The city doesn't even have armor. I don't really care.
It's true. It is a fort at the edge of the known lands. It might not be all that
I don't
useful.
care what these. I don't care what these little piss ants think about.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I guess we'll just help Estrella, and then maybe. Yeah, that's it for now. I'll just help Estrella whenever I can.
All right, so you're doing research with her. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna try to pass some time as you're all training and working on your projects together. Just let me know if anyone is doing anything in particular during this downtime.
Punch out training.
Yeah, montage. The only thing I can think of is that maybe a check-in with the Archmage, Symphony every now and then. Just
How
as
would
we're
you check in with him?
we have sending, right? Would that work?
If is it Glenn who has it, or who has sending?
I have
Glenn has
sending.
it. Yeah, I just figured. You know, we did say we would keep in touch with him, so.
Okay. So if you do sending, first let me see if it actually works. Sure, after enough tries it would. He would ask you about the other wizards of the Phoenix Guild there, if you've bumped into them, kind of ask for a rundown of what you've done, what you've discovered, which I assume you just tell him, right? Or are you going to withhold anything?
I guess that's up to
wouldn't
Glenn.
imagine we would.
He's actually doing the messaging, yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
it
well,
would be
that's
up
what
to
I
him.
was asking Glenn, like, if he's withholding.
Oh no, I pretty much just translate. Just put through whatever they want me to.
Alright, so you give him kind of a rundown of things that have happened. He would be very concerned about both of the people you've met there, both the Archhag and the Pestilence Druid. Says they both seem a bit untrustworthy. Though I would probably trust the Druid over the Hags. You know, that said, both could backfire quite a bit.
Glenn would send a second sending, calling him a filthy druid apologist.
Well, I mean, I assume you're doing multiple sendings to get all the information across.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah,
you can throw
I
that
feel
in
like-
somewhere.
Yeah,
You would
it's
be a bit
pretty critical.
confused, but you would say, well, do whatever you think is best. I will let my wizards know where you are. Give me a moment to check something. He says they are a bit north of your location. In the city of Thornreach. He says your people can probably, or the people at the fort can probably tell you where that is if you need to head there. But if you meet up with them, they might be able to assist you. Did you have any other questions or anything else in particular you wanted to ask of him?
I assume he would tell us if there was, another attack on Tyvanis by the Shadowlords or anything. So.
Yeah, no, he hasn't said anything about that. If you ask him about that, he would say things are so far so good. Alright, so... let's see... Alright, so the 4 more days would pass without issue.
So, if Glenn is helping me, do I record 4 days of downtime towards this or 8?
Well, at this point, you would have hit... Okay, yeah, that's right, because the first day you didn't do it. It would be 4. He just gives you an extra roll, and you take the higher one.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, 4 days pass. It is now the 31st of summer at 8 a.m. And I think, Uslag, you would have finished training, and at this point, you all could level up to 16.
Yay.
Yeah.
The group officially levels up. Wow, it's raining hard.
Amazing.
Wait, we were...
Level up. Wow.
Yes. So yeah, you are officially 16. Garen's gonna be happy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think I'll finally hit 20 strength.
I think I'll probably just not worry about my level up till next week, since session doesn't have too much longer left. I doubt we're gonna get into combat.
No, I was thinking we would just kind of do more interactions in RP.
Yeah.
Or we could just, I mean, it's up to you what you guys want to do. We could have done some combat with 3, but...
Well, that's what I was saying. I'll just, since I'm gonna make my transition to Valor Bard next week, I'll just deal with the level of them.
Alright, fair enough. Do we
Yeah,
want
I
to
think
pass...
it makes sense to use the session where we were so short to do this to finally do the level up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can make a note to make
We'll
sure
just see what the
everyone...
others,
Yeah.
if they did any downtime or something.
Well, hey, that's the thing. They didn't do the downtime. They didn't level up.
No, I'll still give it to them. That's fine.
No.
I did have a game master once that played it that way though.
I
That would
mean,
be, yeah, that would be shitty, but
That was
be-
back when we were using experience points and stuff. So that was
Yeah, I
rough.
mean, with experience points, it makes more sense. Because you get them based on... I mean, in old school D&D, you split the experience points among the survivors of the battle. So, like, you could get into a battle with a crazy monster and, like, everyone dies but you, and suddenly you gain, like, 4 levels. And then everyone comes in at level 1. You're like, let's go! I will lead the group! And then, like, you get killed by something. But, yeah, you wouldn't necessarily come in at level 1. But I know, like, in the old school D&D, DMs were a lot more cutthroat. Alright, so Boulder Bottom leveled up. I gotta give him some stuff.
I feel like you rank as among my more cutthroat DMs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, I wouldn't be
I know
surprised by
there's-
that, actually. Yeah, you should have played with me back in 2nd edition. It was like Old Testament DM. I was like,
I mean,
yeah, you just got murdered a bunch. Back when level
I mean-
drain was a thing. Oh man,
And what was a thing?
level drain.
Level
Oh,
three. Oh, yikes.
Only some. I don't know if any of you have played the older editions of D&D, but level drain was like in some ways worse than dying. Because like if you died, you could
sounds-
get brought back and just lose some constitution. But I remember this one character got level drained from 5 to 2 in one encounter. That can be soul crushing. I'll say that.
oh my god, that sounds like playing like an old MMO, like Ultima or something, or like Final Fantasy 11. It was just like, I remember like you take like hours and hours and hours to gain like 10% XP, and then like one person fucks up something, like one pull, and then you die and lose like your hours worth of EXP.
Yeah, good old
It's just
corpse
like, oh my
runs.
God.
Alright, well, in any case.
But,
So,
I don't know if I told you, sometimes you run across these GMs that are like just very antagonistic towards their players. I don't know if I told you guys a little quick story of one game I was in. GM, there was GM inspiration, and he awarded himself however many inspiration he felt like at the end of the session, based on how good he thought he was as a GM that game.
okay.
Because he would use his GM inspiration to make us reroll.
I mean, that's kind of funny, but I don't feel like that would be very fun.
No, it wasn't, and especially since he made me reroll when I got a success on my divine intervention.
It's like reverse silvery barbs. Someone's like, "Oh, crit!" Everyone's like, "Yeah," and I go, "Reroll, silvery barbs."
That was just like it was so bad because divine intervention, you got to roll like at that time, you got to roll like a 12 or lower on a D100. And it's just like, it's just a crap, you just throw it out as a crapshoot, and then you finally get success. It's like, oh my god, my divine intervention patch. I'm gonna use my DM inspiration. And I remember just kind of like chuckling because I thought he was joking, and he's like, no, I'm serious. I'm like, oh.
Is this like a paid DM or is this like just
Yes.
a friend?
No, it was a paid DM.
That's so weird.
Wow.
Like,
It was.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, the whole point is to help facilitate the story of the players. Like, what good does like just
Right, and
when
like,
I didn't even know about it, like, because I joined mid campaign. I didn't even know nobody, and I was like a couple months into the game, and it was actually, until this, it was actually really fun because it was like we had a thing set up where we were using like the strongholds and bastions from like MCDM, and we had one group, we were the evil group, like we were super evil, and then there was another group that he had that was the good group, and like in between sessions and stuff, like our bastions and followers would like fight each other, and we would like try to like use our magic and stuff to like smite each other's bastions, and that's what I was doing with my divine intervention. I was trying to use it to like smite their bastion.
So it's kind of like a PvP game.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, we would never. And the idea was is that once we hit level 20, we would actually like, we'd have like we'd do like a combined session and like actually meet on the field of battle. But up until then, we just kind of like proxy fight each other with our
I had a
followers.
game like that. That's never a fun experience to do a party on party battle. It, in theory, is really cool, but it turns into like the biggest like rules lawyering wine fest. Like, oh my goodness, there was so like when it happened, like when the parties actually met, one of the guys was like kind of trying to be friendly and like talk to the other group, but like they did something where they hold personed him, and one of their guys started taking off his like armor and weapons as the other group attacked, and like then there was like, oh, he can't take off my stuff with hold person. It's like, would your character even try to blah? How did you know this? How did you know that? And I was just like, oh, this was a bad idea. Like an hour in, I knew I was in for a hard night of whining and rules lawyering.
You
But I
can't
mean, that
buff
was
your shield with an action. It takes a full minute.
yeah, there's a lot of shit like that. Like, oh, you know, there was difficult terrain. Like, you didn't have enough movement. It's like, no, I did. I blah blah blah. I did this, and like, it's like, no, I don't think. I mean, it was fun leading up to the actual thing, where like, kind of like you said, where they had been like doing like missions for their like basically one group was kind of good, one was evil, and the good group was kind of trying to track down the evil group who's doing these like missions for this really powerful wizard. But yeah, when they finally met, it concluded cool, because like the evil wizard was gonna just blow up the good group with like this goblin bomb, but they threw it in their bag of holding, so it just blew up their bag of holding. So it's kind of like it was kind of like an epic end, like, because I thought they were just all gonna die, like everyone with the goblin bomb, but the good group had a really good idea, so I just was like, oh, all right, well that makes sense. But yeah, the actual encounter and fight was, oh my god, it was terrible. I vowed I'd never do it again. PvP.
I could see that happening easily. Yeah.
But a proxy fight between like player NPCs might be a lot more fun. Like,
yeah, and that's kind of what it was for the most part, and that's why I just back where, because we come to the session and be like, all right, well, from the stuff that the other party's done, like this is what happened, and this is what you've, lost, or like, oh, those motherfuckers, and then we're just like, how are we gonna get them back?
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember, I think it was in 4th edition, I had this one game where these two groups were in the same world, and certain things they did kind of affected each other, and that was kind of fun too. Because they were in the same area and knew about each other, but they never actually bumped into each other. They weren't friends or anything, but they were just kind of... There were just things like at one point, one of the groups accidentally flooded a big part of the deep. So like the other group who was trying to get through the area, like when their game started, it's like, oh, why is there a bunch of like water coming towards us from like the caves up ahead? So like they had to
shared universes like that can be pretty fun.
They can be.
I've gone through that too, where like my one friend, I'm in a game with him on Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, and the Wednesday morning game, we met up with these pirates, and they were like sailing us somewhere we needed to be. I guess we needed to get to this island, and like nobody else would take us. And the first mate was a woman, and she was telling us about, and we were just getting drunk, and she was going off about her first love, and just like, oh, he broke my heart. Yeah, if I ever find him, if I run into again, I'll slit his throat and stab him through the heart. And he was like describing him, and I'm like, I say out of character to my friend. He's like, is she describing your fucking Tuesday character, bro? And she's like, yes, she totally is. I totally broke this NPC's heart on my Tuesday character. God damn it, dude.
Yeah. Are you guys leveling up right now?
I'm done.
Oh, you're done.
Yeah, I'm sort of playing around with some things. Trying to make a final decision. Double checking the numbers.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I would.
I don't think I would regularly do much anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, well, 16 is a feat. Actually, I forgot.
Yeah.
Although it will not be after my new. Anyway.
Alright, so I'll say the other day passes, so you can go ahead and finish your research project. We'll say it's the 32nd of summer, so give me your intelligence rolls, +1 for the researcher, and I'll take the higher between you two.
Oh, I roll 2?
Yeah, you both roll since you were working on it with her.
Oof.
So 13 or 20. 20. Nice.
Nice.
Ooh.
Alright. So, research project.
Is there nothing Glenn can't do?
Alright, so that would get you 2 pieces of lore towards this research project.
Okay.
It's not complete yet, but you're making progress.
All right.
How much lore does she need?
Yeah. I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know
what
yet. I'm just gonna.
it will take.
No,
I just sprung this on Lou
yeah, I
today.
figured.
I just sprung this on Lou today, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, just give me some time. Maybe I'll just
Okay.
throw in like some story points or something and just say after a couple times you get it. I don't know. We'll see.
And you said today is now the
32nd of summer at 8 a.m.
32nd summer. Okay, I'll just put that in there in the downtime projects. That status. Okay.
Alright, so the group is feeling good, leveled up. What do we want to do? You said we want to avoid combat for this game? Is there any other interactions you all want to do, like RP while this time is passing?
Well,
I wouldn't mind combat. I kind of want the group to be there if we decide whether to go against this druid or not. I feel
yeah,
like.
that's my thing.
But if we want to maybe find the wizards or something, like we could fight some stuff in the forest
yeah,
or
that's
something.
true. We could go to the next town and touch base with Symphony's wizards.
Start traveling?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
we
further
can.
we travel, the easier it is for us to get back there with our abilities.
As long as you have your tree walking spell. Right. Well, there is a path heading north, which they'll tell you does lead to a village to the north of here called Silverin. And if you want to get to Thornreach, you would just continue traveling north of Silverin. There are paths that go to all the major cities in the Endless Fae areas, because this whole area is just more of an like a frontier / outpost of the Endless Fae, which is just lots and lots of forests that are very dangerous.
Okay.
So,
You want to do that? Is that?
Sure.
travel to Silverin. Now, luckily, okay, just mark that. Luckily, a lot of these skills you would use for normal survival can be used here. So I would just take the 2 survival checks from the group.
I think that's usually boulder
Oh,
bottom and you
sorry.
said? Yeah.
Sure, Boulder Bottom.
Yeah, me and Boulder Bottom.
He says, a new frontier to navigate. I love this kind of thing.
I'll help them. Well,
I mean,
it's new.
not bad, yeah. You do have a path to help you find the way.
Yeah.
Let me see about this trip. How are you feeding yourselves as you travel?
I would Goodberry.
Yeah, and we would want to avoid most of the life. Uslag did do a little bit of research when we first came here on like things to avoid, but
Alright, I'll give
also have
you
mansion.
a +2 circumstance bonus for doing survival in this area then.
yeah, if she can find any interesting stuff, that would be cool. But I don't think we really need it to.
I just meant to
Five.
your survival check that you just rolled.
Oh, okay,
Alright,
got it.
so definitely takes a while. I guess it doesn't take as long as I thought. So it would be about a day and a half traveling there. No issues on the road, luckily. your survival check was good enough to keep the group safe.
That's the goal.
So you would arrive in the town of Silverin. No gates, unlike Galebrock. There's a bunch of very pretty-looking houses, some of them on the ground, some of them up in trees. It looks like there's some kind of festival going on when you get here, because there would be a lot of elves and Eladrin that seem to have taken to the streets, and there's like almost like some kind of fair going on here. What do you want to do? It is, let's see. Oh, whoops.
Did Symphony tell us where to find the wizards? Like, specifically, besides just what city?
Yes. Hang on. Just make sure I have the date right. Yeah, it is the 33rd. So, he said if you go north of here, you'll get to Thornreach, which is where his wizards currently are.
Okay.
Do you want to do anything in Silverin, or do you just kind of move through the town quietly and continue travel?
If nothing really stands out, I think this luck would be fine just passing through.
Yeah, same.
It does
Okay.
seem like a smaller area or smaller settlement within the Feywild.
What is the festival?
Does anyone?
The festival seems like it has a lot of games, music. There are people like doing feats of strength, dexterity. People playing cards. Lots of different activities going
So,
on.
like, just like a town fair kind of thing, not necessarily
Exactly. Like
festival
they.
of something specific.
What did you say?
I wasn't sure if it was like, like, I don't know, harvest festival or some sort of holiday or something, like some purpose specifically.
I mean, do you want to try to
No.
talk to some people?
Yeah, yeah. I would ask around some of the like commoners in the streets, just kind of, yeah.
Some festival music. There we go. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So it seems like. Let me see. It seems like this is one of the early summer festivals that takes place in the Feywild around this time. Let me see. This is the Midsummer Concord is what the people are calling it. But yeah, it seems like it's a festival with a lot of prizes to be won, people to kind of show off their different abilities and kind of contest with each other with like magical skills and martial skills, as well as like games of chance and just in general.
Games of chance, you say?
Yes.
And magical. Huh.
Well, that sounds
Is there
right up your alley.
also? Yes. Is there also sex, drugs, and rock and roll?
I mean, it's the Feywild. Of course there are.
That's a given.
That's a given. But yeah, it does look like there are people like going to different booths to try out different games. Lots of Eladrin and elves. They would
Guys, I think
definitely
it's really
be
important.
interested by the group because you guys are obviously not from here. So there
I
might
think it's very important that we indulge in this. This could lead us to what we're looking for on how to stop the corruption.
Yeah. Uslug will play along with that.
Boulder Bomb says,
course.
"Sure, that sounds like it could be a thing." He says, "I'm gonna go play some of the rock throwing contests," and he heads over towards one of the strength areas.
Let's see if I can find an archfey and impress them with how awesome I am.
An archfey. Well, there are people
Slug does
playing.
kinda-
Or go ahead.
Arch an eyebrow at that.
Oh
Just
yeah.
Be safe. Don't get yourself killed.
So it does look like there are some performance contests where people are playing different songs. Like you'd hear the soothing melodies coming from one of the performance houses in the town, and there would be bards up on stage playing music.
Oh yeah.
So do you want to try to sign up for that?
Oh yeah.
He's just gonna go heckle the other bards.
All right. So you're kind of waiting as the different bards perform, and after a bit you would be up. So give me a performance check. Let's see how you do. All right. So yeah, you actually put on a very good performance, getting some cheers from the group or from the crowd. What type of song are you playing?
I'm if I don't know if anybody's seen it, but there's a D&D version of the safety dance going around, the necromance, if you want to. Friends are dead, and so I'm doing a version of the safety dance.
So more of a comedic song.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you would you get
Like
a
high
bunch-
energy comedic, yeah.
You get a bunch of laughter and clapping as you play. What instrument are you using?
For this, I would use my cittern.
Alright. And I guess Uslag and Estrella right now are in the audience, so you all would
Oh yeah, she would.
You-
Does.
probably be clapping and whistling, right?
Yeah.
Better.
Alright. So you would win the first round, along with several other
No.
bards advancing. But at this point, do Estrella and Uslag, you gonna stay here and continue this, or do you want to go look for something to do within the fair?
I mean, yeah. After Glenn's performance, I mean, she might poke around, see if there's anything up her alley. But I know
Alright.
we've got stuff to do.
So you see Boulder Bottom getting annoyed at the rock throwing contest. It's like, that was...
Oh,
I was closer than he was. Nah, these damn elves. It's bullshit. You also see an arm wrestling contest going on with some pretty buff, what you assume are Eladrin, because they're a little bit too exotic looking to be elves.
okay. What are the stakes for that?
So as soon as you walk up, you definitely get some looks. One of the people there would say something in Sylvan to you. Galath de Blothain?
She just gesture to herself. Outsider. I don't understand. Sorry.
So I guess Estrella, you'd be with her?
She would speak in Elven. She would say that in Elven, actually. Because
Yeah.
She does know Elven.
I think I probably did go with Uslag, but she can
Alright, so...
I don't know if they speak Elven, but she'll try.
The person would say, basically, what in the gods are you?
Just a human. Just a regular
It's like
old human.
you are a very strong-looking human. We don't get many humans around here. My friend thought you were a shadow elf.
Oh. Yeah, I get that sometimes, actually.
Says, well, you're welcome to join us. It'll be interesting to see how someone from another world fares against our competitors. Sit down. We'll see. We'll see how you do.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so
Oh shit, I haven't finished leveling up my strength, but
yeah, I would need a strength check from you.
there we go. I just hit strength 20. Alright.
You've been lifting. You've been carrying those logs up the mountain. Wait.
Oh, that's a save. Sorry.
Yeah, we just need to check.
Strength check.
Oh, well, there you go. So yeah, you start going toe to toe with some of the stronger elves, making short work of them
Can I-
all.
Can I bet? I guess I should have done this before she rolled. Never mind.
Yeah, at this point it would be too late, but
Yeah.
you advance through the first group of people pretty easily, and they put you in bracket to go against some of the others as the competitions continue. As
I'm gonna go find the
Estrella
bookies and put bets on both Glenn and Uslug's competition.
trying to make some money off this. All right.
Sure.
They don't actually have much in the way of gambling here. Like all these contests are more for the fair itself. I guess if you're just talking to people looking for someone to bet with, you can give me a persuasion.
Okay.
All right. So you talk to some of the people. Sure, I'll say you find some people willing to put up some money on your friends. Are you putting up money that they're going to go basically all the way through and win the competition?
Yes.
How much money are you wagering?
I don't know. Let's do 100 on each.
All right. Hoping they make you some gold. All right, so you
Oh,
put
we're just-
down these bets. One of the elves is excited to see how they do, so they'll bet with you. So I guess I'll go back to Glenn first. Continuing your performance, I need another perform check. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Alright. So the competition is getting a little harder now. But luckily, you still managed to be chosen to continue on in the competition. What song are you going to be playing now?
We're gonna switch over to my lyre, my harp, and play something sad. Like "Who Wants to Live Forever" by Queen. And then a Highlander move.
So you play a sad tune, which the people are definitely feeling. Advancing to the third and final round. Now, Uslag, I assume you're going to continue going against the people that you would for this next round.
I thought so. Usaka would have just watched all the performances. She doesn't want to miss that. So I don't know if this is all happening at once or like in.
Oh, well, we can say,
or-
yeah, that you have a chance to go watch Glenn play between your
cool.
matches. So that's fine. You
All
can
right.
say you were at the performing area, kind of
All right.
clapping along with everyone else.
All right, if that's the case, then yes, she will continue arm wrestling.
Alright, so another round of strength checks. 16.
And tired.
Seems like you are getting a little tired. So that would just barely make it through the second round.
Ooh.
You managed to defeat all your opponents advancing through the bracket. So it's getting a little bit later in the day as you're all enjoying these games. We'll say it's now about 2 p.m. So there's one more round for each of you. Glenn, what is your final song going to be?
I will unveil my newest revision to a song I haven't played in a while. It's going to be my new revision of Uslog's song.
All right, the
Yeah, but
famous
through quite a bit
Uslag
more.
song.
Since
Yes,
It's
a
not as
song
famous
about
in the Feywild, but yeah.
no, definitely not. But it's a song about uh, a beautiful barbarian that charges into battle and like a heroic, it's a heroic ballad.
All right, so kind of an action thing, an upbeat, exciting song. Go ahead, give me your performance.
Can I use inspiration on this?
Sure.
Could Uslog have given him heroic inspiration this morning?
Oh yeah, I guess
Okay,
you
yeah,
can.
I usually have to
give-
call that in the morning.
Yeah, usually you would have had to have
That's
said
just a
it.
reroll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn it.
But you can use
Um,
inspiration on it. Only you
And
could
so
inspire
inspiration is
yourself.
a +2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So use and we can only use one inspiration point now, right?
Yeah. One per roll.
Okay. So I'll use my one that I can. I wish I had bardic inspiration myself.
Yeah.
And come on, boy.
Oh.
Oh, 29.
So yeah, you put on an exhilarating performance as the beat of the song just kind of get everyone tapping their feet, and the Ladrin cheer, yelling Uslog's name, not even knowing who she is. But yeah, you
Yeah,
got
she's
the
just
whole
in the
crowd
audience, like
going.
blushing.
Yeah. Well, no one knows it's you, so.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no,
they're all
she's
into
not.
it. There's like fist pumping in the air, like Uslog, Raven Queen, Avatar, Uslog. I don't know how the song goes. Just making it but yes, you've
Yeah, the
won.
only lines I know are Uslog, Uslog.
Uslog. Wow, wow, wow. Well, it's a revision, so it's got to be like it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
remix.
Revised.
So yeah. But yeah, there's a bunch of cheers, and they have declared you the winner, giving you
Yes.
the platinum trophy for singing
Ooh.
or for performance. So you've won the overall game.
Uslog will like run up to Glenn after and just give him a kiss. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. He kisses her back. And he points to her and he raises the trophy up. Uslog, everybody!
Oh no! Oh,
Uslog!
She-
Everyone's cheering.
like deer in the headlights.
Like, ah! She just runs away. The
Yeah,
only
no,
thing that
she
can
stays
defeat
behind.
Uslog.
She's-
Alright, so yeah, there's some cheers. There's a bunch of people yell, Uslog! And that would end that competition. So, meanwhile, Uslog has to go back to try to finish off the arm wrestling one. So go ahead,
Yep.
give me a strength check for the final round.
I gotta do better on this. I gotta do better on this.
And I don't know if I can. Can I? No, my competition's over. I'm seeing. Can he? Am I allowed to give her bardic inspiration?
Sure, I'll let you do an inspiration for her. She feels.
Okay, and-
I'll say she feels inspired from the Uslog song.
Yeah. Yeah, I said you can do it, Uslog. You can do
That would make
anything. I
sense.
know you can.
We got some extra fans now.
One of the guys
Yeah.
in the audience yells "Uslog" like in the song when they hear him say that.
How many inspiration? I'm. Yeah, no, I've got bardic. That's all she needs. All she needs is Glenn's inspiration. All right, let's do this. And she's
Oh.
definitely gonna use it.
Yeah.
D12.
Ruh-roh.
There we go.
So
19.
19,
It's not
you make
too
it
bad.
very far, but you do not win the whole
That's okay.
competition. Unfortunately,
I didn't want to steal Glenn's thunder.
They would give you the silver performance trophy because you finished in third.
She would congratulate the winner. Well
This
played.
big burly bartender elf guy's like, "Thank you, Uslog." It's like, yeah, and he points down at you like, this is Uslag, and a bunch of people cheer. Yeah.
He goes over to Uslav and he's like, sorry. If you want, I can steal the trophy from that guy.
Thanks for the offer, Glenn. This is what I earned. This is what I keep.
Alright, and Betha would have lost 100 and gained 100, so she would have broken even.
Okay.
Oh! I mean, if
Yeah.
she's just over there exchanging coins.
She's those coins going back and forth. Alright, so yeah, that would finish the day for the competitions. And we are kind of at the end of the session here.
Yeah.
So this could be a good place to stop before you travel north next time.
I think so.
Uslag!
Ooh, now that I know my psychedelic mushroom is cursed, that's a great present to give somebody that I don't like.
It's true. Let's do MVP votes.
Yeah, that's gonna be
It's
one
gonna
of
be
those
interesting.
items that's gonna be, we're gonna forget about it, and then something's just gonna happen. Oh, MVPs.
Uslag. Alright, Glenn with 2 votes, you're MVP. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, got my inspiration back.
Yay.
Yeah, good game, everyone.
All right. Yeah, glad I'm sad we missing a few people, but
Well, it was still a fun
We
session.
We leveled up. That's the thing. We wouldn't have leveled up if these people had been here. So screw them.
It's true, you might not have gone back to train.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's probably for the best.
yeah. Yeah, I was like, when is going to be a good time for us to just take a week and train? So I always feel like there's something urgent happening. It's like, if we don't
That,
do
you
this
know
now,
what? That is why you see these games where, like, oh, we have alternate rules, long rests are like a week, you have to do like a week downtime for long rest. And I'm like, okay, so what you're telling me is that you hate spellcasters. And because I'm just like, I've never been, it's just like, I can't really think of a game I've been in where it's just like, oh, just dick around for a week, whenever you want to. It's always like this. It's always just like, shit's always going on. There's never enough time. The world's, like, everything is like such high stakes. It has to be completed now.
I feel like we're going to kind of get to that point shortly.
Honestly, I wasn't sure, like, if we were gonna spend the days of downtime and then, like, find out that the corruption had, like, spread more, or, and, like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
mean, yeah, I don't either. The one thing I guess I am a little worried about is the more time we spend in the Feywild. I think it's going to make things harder for Uslag's people, but that's just kind of a side thing. But I'm a little worried about that, to be honest. But
We're gonna come back and be like, you guys spent a week in the Feywild. It's been like 20 years out here.
well, that's also a concern. Damn. Yeah. What about that?
So
Is that a
yeah,
big
maybe
deal?
we should go back to the tower and get Glenn's sword just to see how much time has passed.
The
Yeah,
time
that-
is, I think, the same in the two. I don't think it's more.
No. Good.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I know I've seen campaigns that do that, so
Oh god, yeah.
that was sort of in the back of my mind this whole time. It's like, oh, is he gonna tell us that like everyone Uslag loves is like dead or
No.
old? Okay.
You're fine.
It's like the wine episode of Rick and Morty. Every time he goes back to get the wine, it's been like 50 years.
Yeah. At least that's good.
Oh, yeah, I was a little late, so what's up with the Elden Ring update? You played it all?
I've played once since we played D&D last, but we made it to the freaking Lake of Rot through Noxtella. That just sucks. just remembered. Yeah.
That is a rite of passage that every Dark Souls game has a fucking poison pit area. Like every single damn one. Demon Souls had one. Dark Souls 1 had Blighttown. 2 had Dark Cavern Place. I can't remember the name. A third one had the Farum Pits before the Abyss Watchers fight. Like even Neo, like even like it's just kind of like a thing. Like it seems like every Souls game or Souls like has got to have a whole area where it's just like you gonna get poisoned. But the Lake of Rot is so much worse because rot is so much worse than poison.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
how
It's pretty awful. We had like all of the gear that we had found so far on just to get through that.
And then you get further in, and then there's fight those bug enemies. I hate those bug enemies that shoot
Yeah,
out the.
we have not defeated that
Oh,
that one in
I
this area
fucking
yet.
hate those.
It's yeah. No,
There's
we're gonna come back to that one.
Yeah, those are. Oof. Thankfully, that is a. Yeah, well, actually, no. I think you do got to gotta go down there. I think for.
Yeah, it
those.
looked like maybe. Oh, bye,
Oh,
Mary.
good night.
All right, see you,
Yeah,
Mary.
it looked like maybe we had to get through it somehow. So
Yeah.
yeah, but it's just been so busy lately. We haven't had a lot of time to play.
Ah.
Sad, very sad.
Are you still doing the